As you guys saw from the title, I'm going to be explaining why I turned down one of the best colleges here in my state, in Oklahoma. Before I kind of get into that, I'm going to hit the gym really quick and I'm going to probably get some content and see you guys there. Probably won't get a whole lot, but just try to get something. Reason number one, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do in college. I actually was kind of on the edge of wanting to being a doctor, a surgeon, and exactly not knowing what to do. So as I'm editing this video, I forgot to mention one thing. I forgot to mention how I kind of got accepted. So basically, it's a pretty short story. At our school, they were wanting the students to apply as many schools as they can, I think. I'm pretty sure it was like that. So I applied to two colleges, one OCCC and the other one ORU. It's in Tulsa, so it's like around 2 hours from where I live. And I never thought I'd get accepted to that school, and I just found out I was when I was just checking the mail and I saw something popping out, and I saw that and I was really surprised, and I was pretty excited that I got accepted. And I know my mom was excited too, and what I really liked about it was that it was faith-based, and that's what I really enjoyed about that school. But I'm not sure if it was the right fit if I wanted to be a doctor. I didn't do my studies so much on the university, but yeah, so basically I got accepted to two colleges, and they were pretty good, but I turned them down. And the worst thing you could possibly do is going to college and not knowing what you want to do and kind of just trying to figure it out as you're there. And I think that's a whole waste of time, and especially a whole waste of money. Like, you're wasting your money and your time. What I did was just take a gap year, and I think that gap year just turned into another year, and then it just turned to, you know what, I'm gonna focus on my business. And I wanted to be a doctor, a surgeon. Not exactly, I didn't know exactly which one, but I just kind of like studying about the human body and everything. But after I found out about how many years you have to study to be a doctor, and especially a surgeon, I was like, no, that's way too much years. And there was goals and there were dreams that I wanted to do that I feel like I could not accomplish with college. So with that being said, exactly not knowing what to do, and in college as well. If you guys are already in college and you know exactly what you want to do, then good for you. Don't do it for the money. I do it because it's a passion. Do it because you really want to help people. But if that's not your passion, if you really don't want to help people and you're just doing it for the money, trust me, you'll never last. And I just heard stories and other people who said that they've done it for the money and they absolutely regret it because of how much the study was and how frustrating it can be trying to take all these tests and everything. So I kind of just did it. I was just kind of thinking about the money. I wanted to help people, but that's just, and I can't really do too much of the hospital thing. I don't know why. It's just, I don't like it. So yeah, reason number one, not knowing exactly what I wanted. Kind of did, being on the edge of being a doctor or a surgeon, but just that wasn't my full passion. Right now I'm just gonna go get a haircut, and with a good friend of mine that I used to go to school with. And yes, sir. And as I'm driving, you never know, I might get a little mini interview on why he decided to go all in into his business instead of going to college. Yes, sir. So hopefully I can make that possible. So right now I'm on my friend's shop, his barber shop. So right now, what he does is he cuts hair, and he does a really good job right now. He just got cut. He just cut me off right now. Like, I really like how it turned out, and I'm just gonna ask him, like his on his words on why he didn't go to college. Since you guys heard my first reason why, and that's because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna ask his take on why he decided to go all in into his business and not go to college.
Alright, so the reason I didn't go to college is because basically, like, college, it could be a scam. Unless you, like, really know what you're doing, you could be just burning money. And then a lot of people that go to college, they graduate and they don't even use their degree. And I just wanted to get straight to the money. And I seen the opportunity in high school, just started cutting hair. And just kind of ran with it. And ever since then, I've kind of just been growing and growing through social media and just being able to just keep growing, pushing prices up, making more money, which is a business is hard to build, but in the end it's worth it, just because you're your own boss and you have a lot of freedom and leverage that that college doesn't give you. It potentially can give you it, but the thing is, you still gotta want it. You gotta want that. You gotta have that energy and mentality to be able to go to college and then get out and be able to even grow your business. Sometimes you just get out of college and, like I said earlier, you don't use the degree, or you use it, but it's like you're in debt and you have a loan to pay off of, and it's like you don't even have a crazy job. So, like I said, there's good sides of it, but there's also the bad sides. So I guess you just gotta really be into it and be smart about it. So yeah, that's what I gotta say, bro.
So what Rodrigo gave, what the point that Rodrigo gave was a really valid point. You get freedom, leverage, and what else did you say, bro?
It's just freedom, leverage, and it's just like, you get straight to the money and you do what you want to do, you do what you love to do.
And exactly.
And there's really, I guess it's not like, it doesn't really feel like work, it just kind of feels like, I don't know, like something you like to do.
Yeah, exactly. And what he's doing right now is like amazing. Right now he built this thing, I think with your dad, right?
Yeah.
With his dad, and he did the floors. If you guys can see, the floors look like awesome. The roof, the lights, and everything that he's doing right now. And he recently just bought a car too, an awesome, a blacked out Supra, which is awesome, bro. Shadow, and I'm really glad. So I'm really glad what he's doing right now. He's doing something awesome than what any person could be doing right now when they're in college. He went all in into his business and didn't go to college. And this is not to put anybody down. If you're in college and you already know what you wanted to do, shout out to you. But for those who are thinking about starting their business or going to college, don't know what to do, I wouldn't say college is for everybody, but neither is business. I would just say, if you really want to start a business, go for it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. It's hard, but it's not impossible. So I'm gonna tag Rodrigo down here below. And if you ever need a cut, you already know who to go to. So I'll see you guys back on home in 3, 2, 1. So reason number 2, I'm gonna get right into it. That for sure, that like DEBT. Once you graduate from college and you're already pursuing the career you want to pursue, you're left with a lot of debt. And I know some teachers that were my teachers. They told the class or something like that they have a lot of debt. For some reason, I'm not sure why they shared that, but they were just saying that they have a lot of debt and that they're not making as much as they want to, but they're doing it because they want to or they like it, something like that. But even as a doctor, if I was to become a doctor, yeah, I'll be probably making $50-$80 an hour depending on what I'm doing, but you're just left with a lot of debt. And in business, I'm not gonna say you don't have any debt. You'll have some debt, just depending on your niche. Some businesses have a lot of debt. Some people go into business, or some people are like, some people are doing their business and they have a lot of debt. And there's like two types of debt, like good debts and bad debts. But I'm not gonna get into that a lot. But basically, the debts in your business, they're gonna help leverage you to where you want to go. But when you're in college, when you get out of, when you graduate, you're left with a lot of debt, and that's not really gonna leverage you. You already graduated, and you're making a lot, but it's just that's not actually gonna help you. But in case, like in business, I know me and my brother have some debt, but it's actually good ones that are helping our business grow. And he has to get equipment and other stuff like that, so we could do the job faster, we could do them better, less labor work, and we could just do it better. So that's reason number 2. Debt. My face is dirty. That's reason number 2. Debt. So it's Thursday. I just got out of the gym. I woke up like around 6 a.m. and right now I want to say it's snowing. It's more like small, like tiny size hail, but the truck isn't good for this. I was just working on chest, and I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 days, which feels horrible, to be honest. But when you create a habit, it's when you stop doing it for like even a day or two, it starts to feel weird. So I originally had three points on why I'm not going to college, but I added one more at the very end. So if you want to stay at the very end or skip, I don't know. But so I had to stop for a moment. I'm over here. I'm not gonna show the street or anything, but my third point is getting paid hourly and working for somebody else. When I was working in construction, I hated working for like getting paid an hour and working for somebody else. Like each time I was on my break, or when I was not really much doing anything while I was working, I was just sitting there and I was just thinking to myself, I know I could be doing something else. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks this. My friend Rodrigo, on the last clip, he even told me the same thing. He didn't want to work an hour. He didn't feel like he should be working for somebody else. And I felt that same feeling. Like I said, each time I was on my break or when I wasn't really doing much, I was kind of thinking to myself, how is this benefiting me? How is this benefiting my mom? How is this benefiting my family? So I started realizing that a lot more when I was working, and no matter how hard I worked, whether I was a good worker or not, I was getting paid like say 17 an hour. And when I was working good, when I was working my ass off in the heat and construction, I was getting paid $17 an hour, and I was just thinking to myself, I worked that whole hour and I worked my ass off, and just to get paid 17. Like, it might sound dumb, but for other people, I think they might know what I'm trying to get at. But it's just, time is not money, and once you get into business, you soon realize that time isn't money. That time is more valuable than money. Your time is much more valuable. And working for somebody else, I just wanted to be my own boss. I didn't want to work for somebody else at all. I worked at a restaurant before, and like I said, I worked at construction, and I worked some other places like Hobby Lobby was the worst. And it wasn't the worst. I mean, it paid me pretty good, like 19, 20 an hour. But there was just older people, probably like 5 years older than I am. They were just telling me how they're in debt and that they've been working there for like 8 years. I know somebody that's been working there for 25 years, and that's crazy. But I don't know. It's just hearing their stories on. It's kind of they were just telling me their stories. There was sometimes in Hobby Lobby it would go slow, and they would just tell me their stories, and like kind of their life and everything. And it just shocks me that, you know, it kind of made me ask two questions. When I get to that certain age, do I want to be just like that? Am I gonna work for somebody else and getting paid the same thing every year, even after 5 years? Or do I want to create something on my own and not having 100% guarantee that's gonna work, but knowing, having like faith that it is? Like, that makes sense. And I'd rather do my own thing than rather work for somebody else and getting paid and still living the same life. Like, honestly, I don't want that. And that kind of goes the same for college. Like, yeah, you could be paying, like I said in the other clips, you could be getting paid 80 an hour, but it's like you're not really free, if that makes sense. The point of when you're creating a business is not just about money. It's about being free. It's about being geographically free. It's about being financially free, and by being time free, if that makes sense. So if you guys don't get that, it's fine, but that's what I'm trying to get after. And it's not just about money. Creating a business is not just about money. Same thing goes with college. If you're once you go into a career and just about money, it'll never work. And same thing with business, it'll never work if you're just trying to do it for the money. You actually got to do it to want to inspire others and help others too. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. I touched those 2 points: getting paid hourly and working for somebody else. And yeah, just wanted to be my own boss. Just to summarize it, being my own boss and not wanting to get paid hourly. Just knowing that time isn't money. That time is more valuable than money. So using your time, using your skills to build something. And I know this is gonna work. If it doesn't, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know this is gonna work, and I don't care what I have to go through. This is gonna work. I know this is gonna work. What me and my brother are trying to get at, I know it's gonna work. And I know every process that comes into our lives, my life, I know it's gonna work for a good thing. And don't be bummed out. I'm not trying to put anybody down that are in college. If you feel like starting a business while you're in college, start a side hustle, do something like that. And pretty much, yeah. So honestly, I like this weather. It's not even cold as the other days. Probably because there's not a whole lot of wind. But yes, sir. So see you guys at home. I know I already said that after. I'm just yapping right now. It's take number 3. My phone fell. I already covered all the 3 points. 1, not sure what I wanted to do in college. And 2 was debt. Third point was working for somebody else and getting paid hourly. So I would say that was kind of like 4 points, but the third point kind of put them together. And as I was editing this video, it made me realize another point why I didn't go to college. And the real reason why I didn't go to college was because the goals that I want to achieve, I know I wouldn't be able to achieve them if I went to college. I have goals that I want to achieve and that I've set for myself. I know if I went to college, I know you could be getting paid good, but it's just not the same. Get into business, you start realizing why you're doing it. Why did you start that business and who you're doing it for? In the beginning, people, when they start their business, they usually want to start by making a lot of money, by proving people wrong. But once you start getting into your business a lot more, once you start realizing a lot more things, you realize the real reason why you're starting and why you keep going in your business. It doesn't matter if it's landscaping, construction, SMMA. It doesn't matter if it's real estate, any type of business. You realize why you keep going and who you're doing it for. That was kind of like me in the beginning, and now that what me and my brother are, what we're trying to build, we start realizing that it's much more than what we thought in the beginning. It's not easy, and it's definitely not what people portray to be in social media. I never want to portray like my life is perfect. I never want to show um, that my life is easy or that it's going all really well. And that's the main reason why I started my YouTube channel. I want to be raw with anybody who is watching, and I didn't start my YouTube to entertain anybody, but to be able to, you could say educate, but I want to be able to inspire other people to show that if I can do it, you guys can too. I know my friend touched a lot of key points. Why you didn't go to college earlier in the clip. It's a scam. It's You don't get freedom. You don't get leverage like you would in business and anything like that. And if you're going to college because your parents want you to go or because somebody else wants you to go, but you have that urge to do something else instead of going to college, then do that thing. Whether that's YouTube, whether that's to become a social media influencer, or whether that's starting your own business, it doesn't matter. But if you know, not feel like it, but if you know that you can do it and that you want to go through it, then just do it. Then do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not your parents that will help you achieve your dreams, it's you. And I know my mom wanted me to go to college. I know I made her upset when I told her that I was going to turn it down and that I was going to start this business. And your parents won't fully comprehend or won't really understand what you're trying to get at. Not because they don't have your full support or not because they don't want to support you, but because they come from a different background than we do. My mom's from Guatemala, and she didn't grow up, with money. And I'm pretty sure anybody who's watching, your parents probably didn't grow up with a lot of money, and they think that the only way out is to go to college. And they think that growing a business wouldn't work, is gonna fail or anything like that, but they they won't fully understand that when you're trying to grow your business, there's things that they fully can't comprehend, and it's kind of hard to put it in words, if that makes sense. If you know where you're trying to get at, if you know if you can achieve this, and you know that what you're trying to do, you'll do it no matter what it takes, then go fully on it. Then go do it. Don't listen to anybody who's telling you you can't do it. Don't listen to your parents if they're telling you can't do it or anything like that. You can do it. If so, your parents won't fully understand what you're trying to get at, and it's not their fault and it's not your fault. It has, like I said, they just come from a different background. And this is just all to say that if I can do it, you guys can do it too. And that's the main reason why I started this YouTube channel. Uh, like I said, I don't want to entertain anybody. This is not like YouTube for entertainment. This is because I want to inspire anybody who wants to start their YouTube or who wants to start a business. I feel like college is not the only solution, and I don't want to start yapping a lot. There was a friend I was talking to. He had one of their closest friends that went to college, and he wanted to do the same thing as well. But he kind of got bummed out because he realized that it's a lot more work than what he thought it was gonna be. And their friend became, I think, a nurse, and he doesn't know what to do. And this is for those people that don't know what to do and are on the edge of going to college or wanting to do something else. If you feel it, if you know that you could be doing something else instead of going to college, go do it. Because college is not the only solution. And I'm not strictly against college. I'm not. There's people, I feel like you can't be a doctor if you didn't go to college. I know you have to go to college if you want to be a doctor, and I know a doctor is a very important job. I respect anybody who's going, who knows what they want to do. I don't want to put any of you guys down, but just know that if you feel like you can do something else, go do it. Without a doubt, go do it. And if you guys watched the whole thing, thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. And as you know, I'm not getting paid. It's probably obvious I'm not getting paid to do any of this. Thank you for watching. If you guys liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to leave any of your comments down below, or if you have any agreements or disagreements, let them know down below. And if you guys have any idea if you guys want to let me know what other video I should put out, let them know down here below too. And follow me on Instagram, ML_Rigo. You guys can follow me there. And pretty much, yeah, so you guys can do it. If you guys need anybody to talk to, reach out and I'll respond. Probably won't respond quickly, but I'll try my best to respond. And just know if you need anybody to talk to, I'm right here. I'm here. So you're not alone. I'm gonna leave you with a quote from Aristotle. To avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. So that should be self-explanatory right there. If you want to avoid being criticized by the world, by your friends, by your family, be nothing. And I know in my life I don't want to live as nothing. I want to leave this world leaving something behind. So on that note, see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching.